So, that's that then? This whole thing was just a waste?
That's life, I guess. You try everything to get what you want, and then turns out that isn't what you wanted at all. Besides, it's not like it was a complete waste. I mean, I met you. I guess we've won. The task's completed. I guess we're done with what we've been through.
With that ordeal, since he's retreated, or is this really about me and you?
You know, I wish this were just the start of our
oddball twist
of this passing days. So we're resigned to leaving part of ourselves behind when we part ways. And in a perfect world, we could be together.
This wouldn't be our fate.
In a perfect world, I met you at the movies.
On a cruise,
Jury duty
on a double date, yeah, in a perfect world. None of this would matter in a perfect world. We have met in a perfect world. I had met you at the prom,
at a bar.
on Match.com, at the Apple Store. This world isn't perfect, that much is for sure. I guess we planned,
That I'd be leaving.
and once you vanish,
I can't come back.
so go get bent. Don't go grieving with false laments of untraveled tracks.
I guess you know
How much you'll miss me,
I have to go.
the moments pass.
So that's the end. But how I wish we could keep pretending that this would last. And in a perfect world, I might think I love you. In a perfect world, I'd have met you at a disco in San Francisco at the SeaWorld Zoo. In a perfect world,
I could stay with you we would somehow persevere.
in a perfect world, I'd have met you in a classroom.
In a seedy nightclub bathroom,
Anywhere here.
but this world isn't perfect, but it's supposed to be.
When I met you, I was scared, but you just smiled, and nothing was the same. You just grabbed my hands and pulled me through the wild, and my whole world changed. Because through your eyes I saw a new side of me. Through your voice I heard mine speak clear. In your heart I felt something lovely. Distant visions you brought me near to. And now I see myself, a better self in you.
Charlie?
Lila!
Where have you been? I've been calling you all day.
It's a very long story.
I've got time.
Lila, I've been on an adventure. A wild adventure. So, okay, for the past month, when you've been with me or hanging out with me, well, that wasn't me. That was a parallel version of me. And I thought he was a better me, but really he was a worse me. And I followed him through this portal, discovered all these parallel universes, and all these parallel me's, like a gay me and a girl me and a...
Charlie! You're not serious. I mean, you don't really think. Or is this just some kind of, I don't know, extremely weird metaphor for a personal development you went through?
Well, of course I should have realized that if I tried explaining, it seemed like I was crazy or just hallucinating. Of course I should have always known that I could never tell. So maybe it was just for me, and maybe it's just as well. So Lila, yes, I made up the whole thing, and none of it was ever really happening. Oh Lila, you're right, it wasn't real. It was just a made-up story, a fairy tale, an allegory. It was just a metaphor to show you how I feel. You never get to see till So Lila,